Grizzlies guys. They come in off that loss to Denver in the Rockies.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were. And they just didn't seem to have enough fights to make a go of it.
And the group for the Grizzlies. Allen and Green are the wings, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Conley, and it's Stokes in at the 4. Both free throws good from Green. So it's Phoenix now. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Here's Warren, and that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
On defense, the Suns. Conley left side. Gasol, a screen on Bledsoe. And it's Conley penetrating, stolen by Bledsoe. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Gasol kicks to Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Feeds it to Stokes. Outflews off the pick and hammers it home.
Boy, Gasol with a punishing pick that time.
Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Bledsoe passes to Freak. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Morris with a screen on Conley. Bledsoe dishes to Morris. 17-foot shot on the way. And he gets it to go. Morris has got his first points of the night.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Allen kicks to Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Shot off the screen. And it's Freak with the rebound. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. There's the dish to Chandler. And a wide open look for Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the wing right side. No one near Conley as he lets it go. On the mark with the 15-footer.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Now Bledsoe. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. To the inside. Freak. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 5 now. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Conley kicks to Stokes. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Bledsoe passes to Freak. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Here's Freak. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Freak's got 10 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Conley against Bledsoe. Outside Conley. Chandler with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Alex Lenz checked in for Tyson Chandler. Then for the Grizzlies, White comes in for Jarnell Stokes, and Shelvin Max subbed in for Tony Allen. Conley's shot is off.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, jumped out 2 already. What a start.
Burke has some information for us.
What Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Knight dishes to Freak. Out tonight. Len sets a screen for Knight. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Knight's got his first basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. He's averaging 56 points, 8 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Here's Knight following the score by Memphis. And that one's good. Free.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Wright. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nuggets in Denver. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. Second is Brandon Wright.
You know what? This guy, Kevin, has a reliable shot. He's patient and poised on offense, and he's maintained a high percentage all season.
Wright sets a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Len. All alone. Oh!
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And so here's Memphis. The Suns getting the bucket. Kicks to Adams. Wright sets a screen. Drive by Adams. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Green.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
.30 seconds left to play in the first. Clock at 2, but he recovers it. Adams' shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line, and he makes the first.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Tucker. Here's Mack. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Gasol. 1 second left. No good.
And now, your Sun Dancer.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Brandon Wright, Conley out there with Allen, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And that one's good. Free.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Allen. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Allen's got his first points of the night.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Bledsoe kicks the freak, and that one is hammered home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So we'll see Tony Allen go to the line here. T.J. Warren picks one up, and Memphis making a change here. Green's checked in. Memphis shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Now Conley following the three-point attempt by Freak. The drive by Green, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Over the last month, let's take a look at the Grizzlies and how they stacked up in the league statistically. First in blocks, second in second chance points. And they're the third-ranked fast break team in the league. I mean, there's always that fear that they're going to run you off the court when you play them. You've got to get back in transition against this team.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times, that gets in your head.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers was simply superb. He had 58 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. The new group on the floor. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol is checked in for Wright. Jordan Adams comes in for Green. Dinwiddie is checked in for Tony Allen. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Mike Conley.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Freak. He's got 21 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
The pass to Dinwiddie. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. From deep. The shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And Mack kicks to Gasol. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Knight kicks to Freak. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Mack. He's guarded by Knight. And Mack kicks to Gasol. The jump hook. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And it's Len. That time on the assist by Freak. And the Suns lead by 16.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they...
the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Freak in at shooting guard. Chandler out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Warren, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. The drive by Allen. Outside, Green. No good with the triple.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And it's Freak missing. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Outside Conley. Gasol, a screen on Chandler. Conley, the pass to Stokes. Whoa!
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Camry play.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
On your
Spacing.
screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. Freak is second. In the third spot, Brandon Wright.
And having one of those guys clogging the lane has been like having a brick wall around the hoop. Terrific block numbers after the break.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Wright's checked in. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Wright. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 2.5 blocks, and 7 rebounds. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
Exactly what you want from your bigs. Protect the rim, pound the glass, and intimidate.
And here's a look at some stats for Marc Gasol. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 16th in scoring, 18th in shooting percentage, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And like you were saying, one of the stronger scorers in the league, a tireless worker at the offensive end of the floor.
To the middle, stolen by Allen. Conley with it. 6 points for him. Down low, Chandler with the steal. To the paint, and Freak throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Taking a look at Phoenix. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, Memphis, they're in the 6th position.
And right now for Phoenix, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And I know it took a long time for people around the league to trust their success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
Bledsoe dishes to Freak. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
And it's Conley penetrating. Just 5 on the clock. Inside, right, and that one is stuffed right through.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Warren the pass to Freak. The feed now to Warren. Bledsoe dishes to Freak. Pass to Morris. The baseline jumper goes down. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Conley the pass to Gasol. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
Unfortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
So for the Suns, Alex Len's checked in for Chandler. P.J. Tucker comes in for Morris. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. And Memphis also making a switch. Max checked in. He feeds it to Conley. Shoots from 14. Len grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Jordan Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. Wright sets a screen. Conley kicks to Gasol. 1:43 left in the third. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
And Mack kicks to Conley. And that one's good. Michael Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Freak.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
That's good. 10 points for Mike Conley.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew on them.
Tack a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Shot from the low block. Adams' shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Conley with it, and it's Knight picking him up. And stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Here's Freak. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Freak's got 42 in the game. And here is Conley. Lets it go with a 3. And that's not going to go. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Phoenix leading by 16. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Allen and Green are the wings. Then it's Sheldon Mack. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Stokes in at the 4 slot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Warren with the ball, and Allen picks him up defensively. And Bledsoe, here we go. No good. Gasol with the defensive effort. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Here's Green. Banked in off the glass.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And, yes, sir, that one drops. 9 points for Markieff Morris.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Here's Mack. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And Mack drops them both. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Bledsoe dishes to Freak. For the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Gasol no good.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. You're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Memphis. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Pass to Green. 6 to shoot. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Suns leading by 16. Dishes it to Freak. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Dinwiddie. Allen outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. He dishes it to Gasol. Puts it up from 17. The shot misses. Now the Suns take it the other way. They host the 76ers after this game. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. And that one's good. Free.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's Gasol. Gasol missing again.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First one falls for him. And both free throws good from Freak.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Green. And another miss by Memphis.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. At the elbow, it's Freak. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely, I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Allen passes to Dinwiddie. Gasol against Chandler. The shot's good from Gasol. Phoenix with the ball. Bledsoe dishes to Freak. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Right side, Green. Shot clock at 6. The fader. That one rolling around and rims out.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway with nobody's guarding you.
And that one's good. Free.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
And for Memphis, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Outside, Green. With the fadeaway. That is good. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Feeds to Freak. Morris outside. To the inside. There's Freak. And it's Gasol with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Green with the ball. Now defended by Warren. Dinwiddie kicks to Gasol. Memphis moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Freak's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Suns.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just at times partners in toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And this has been a beautiful thing to watch. This team all season long with a remarkable journey, including tonight. They'll now won 70 on the year.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
That's impressive on one side, but embarrassing on the other side, Greg.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Martin the screen. There's a good screen. Dinwiddie passes to Adams. With the teardrop. And he gets it to go.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Tucker dishes to Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Free throw good. Freak. He hits both from the stripe. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Adams outside. They set the pick. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the